Good morning, stamping friends. How are you guys all doing today? I hope you're having a great day so far. It's another hot and sunny day here in Arizona, so it's hard to think that other places in the world aren't so warm yet. Some places still have ice on the lake. So anyway, I'm enjoying the warmer weather. I'm more of a summer person, so hope you guys are doing well. And with the virus thing, it looks like some things are going to start opening up pretty soon, so we're pretty excited about that. I'm really excited to share a project with you today, so we will get started with that right away. Let me do my flipperoo here and show you my hands so you can see what we're making. And this one will be kind of fun to use right now, and it's going to use that whoops, let me zoom in a little bit. That stamp or share sunshine that I showed you before. Let's see. Okay, there we go. And I always put my host code up there. It really helps a lot if you use that. However, if you see anything you like and your order's over $150, then I recommend you do your own little workshop because you can get the perks of that. So, let me tell you something that happened last night. We, as demonstrators, can see the new catalog early, and so we got to pre-order last night, and oh my goodness, I even had to overnight my order because I can't wait. Usually the shipping takes a little bit longer when we order. And so anyway, I just wanted to share that if you are interested in signing up to be on my team, you can actually pre-order as well. You can get a month's head start on all the yummy products in there and order, and you can choose $125 worth of products for only $99, and you get free shipping on that. So please let me know if you are interested in that, because that's a great way to get a lot of new products at a lower cost. And again, I would just welcome you to join my team, and I can send you a little email or even call you and just chat about what it means to be on my team. Okay, so let's get started. I want to share this project that one of my customers, she texted me, and oh my gosh, as soon as I saw it, I knew that I wanted to create this. Now, I guess it's been on the internet. There's a few people who have done videos, but I always like to share where I first saw it. So first of all, thanks to Linda Dussel, who sent me the picture of the card, and then the place where she found it was, it wasn't a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. It was a guy, oh gosh, I will put his link, but some guy did this, and I think he even got it from somewhere else anyway, but I'll put his link in the video that I watched. But I made a few changes to it to make it a little bit easier. I actually watched a couple videos on this, and I just tweaked it a little bit to make it easier because there were some extra steps that I didn't think were needed. All right, so here it is. It is a COVID mask card, but it's really super 3D here. I don't know if you can see that from this angle, but look at how popped out that is. Now, because of that, you probably aren't going to be able to mail this in a flat envelope, you know, like an A2 that we sell. So you might want to use this, say if you make a card for someone that you're going to give to, you can kind of just tape the envelope shut so it will give. Or what I'm doing is I send a lot of packages and gifts and stuff, so this is the type of card that I would put in there. Or like I said, if you're going to hand give a card. All right, so let's create this. And when I am done, I do have the free PDF ready to go on my blog, so I'll be sure and post that right away. So for starters, all you need is to start with your basic cardstock, which is 8.5 by 5.5, and then you score it in half on the long side at 4 1/4. Just fold that in half like that. And the next layer, we are just going to take I always get my ruler here so I don't have to measure and write it all down. 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And all we're going to do on that is put snail adhesive on the back and just stick it on the front at a little bit of an angle, just kind of trying to center it like that. All right, there you go. Now the next layer is going to be one of my favorite die sets. It's called Stitch So Sweetly, and this carrying over into the new catalog. So that's awesome. Now, all you're gonna do for this part is put 4 dimensionals on each of the corners. Are you guys excited for the new catalog? If you are a customer of mine, I would happily send you one for free. If you'd still like one and you're not purchasing from me, I recommend either asking your demonstrator, or I would be happy to send you one and then just charge you the shipping on that. So let me know if you need a catalog. Now for this layer, we are just going to put it right in the center and straight. So just like that. Now let's build the little mask. You are going to need your Simply Score tool for this. I hope you can see the whole thing. I wish I could watch what I'm doing here, but for some reason my iPad always times out and it's a blank screen, so I can never really see that. Let's see. So you need a piece of DSP, and it's just a tiny little piece. It's only 2 1/8 inches by 2 1/4 inch. Okay, see if you can follow what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on the short side up at the top corner, and first we're going to do 1/2 inch increments. So score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1 1/2 inch. Okay, now I want you to go 1/8 of an inch to the right of all those lines you just made. So the first one will be 1 1/8, the next one will be 5/8, and the last one will be, what's 1/8 more than, more the lines are there. All right, now I want you to do a mountain fold. A mountain fold means it goes like that. A valley fold goes like that. So those first lines that you made at the 1/2 inch marks, I want you to just do a mountain fold on all 3 of those. So I'm going to fold on the first one, skip that next one, mountain fold on the next one, skip that little 1/8 one, and then fold on the last one. Now we're going to flip it over and do the opposite because we want the valley fold on that side. So there's the 1/8 inch more. These are tiny, tiny little pleats. 2 and 3. And by the way, this is Bird Ballad DSP that I'm using, and this is retiring. So if you like this paper, you will want to get this before they run out, because this is while supplies last. This one is from Magnolia Lane, and they both use petal pink, but it really doesn't matter. Just have coordinating colors. Okay, now we are going to just make these pleats. Let me get my bone folder. This is what this tool is good for. It'll make the creases nice and tight. And then do that second one like this, nice and tight. And the third one, make that pleat. There we go. Now, so this thing does not come apart. We're going to flip that over, and we want to take tear-in tape and just put this 1/4 inch tear-in tape on the edge, and this is going to keep those pleats from coming apart. I love tear-in tape because you don't have to cut it. It tears easily, and it's super sticky, so it's more strong than snail. So I use it a lot for 3D projects. All right, now it'll kind of bow a little bit, but that's all right. And then we're gonna add one, well, no, we're gonna add the other one later. Okay, so now flip it over, and now we're gonna add the little border around this whole thing. So for this one, I prefer the multi-purpose glue, just because it holds a little bit stronger, and we're gonna bend it a little bit. And I found with tear-in tape, sometimes it kind of lifted on the ends. You know what, I should put this underneath when I glue, because sometimes it goes over the edge, and I want to keep my mat nice. All right, so just adhere that, flip this over. You can see I have hot glue on there. That is what's nice is it peels up, and that's something that we sell in the catalog as well. Okay, now do the other side. One little bead over here, and do that other. This is just a 1/4 inch piece of the pink, petal pink cardstock. Just have to hold it for a few seconds until it grabs. And then trim this edge off. All right, now we're even gonna put a tiny, tiny little border on the top. This is 1/8 of an inch, and just make it, I didn't even measure, just make it a long skinny strip, and make as thin of a line as you can here. And then we're gonna go across the top. I probably could have measured first before, so I didn't have to trim it, but I just lift it up a little bit and like that. Okay, there's the top edge, and then let me grab one more piece. Here's the bottom edge. Have you guys been sending a lot of cards? I love the download, that Share Sunshine, which I'll put the link in, and it's in the PDF, but this is such a fun set to use because there's so many different sentiments, and some of them are even birthday. Like, we all know people who have had birthdays during this, and you can kind of combine a cute card like this with a birthday sentiment. So it just has so many awesome sayings with it. All right, there's that. That's that whole mask. Now, I would probably set this aside to let it dry a little bit, but I did make a second one that is totally dry, so I can maneuver it, and I don't have to worry about any of the ends doing anything like flipping off. Okay, now we want to separate these pleats a little bit because we want that puppy to be 3D and poke out. So just like that. It actually turns into like this little bra-like thing. I could make a suit out of this and make 2 of them, right? But we're gonna turn this into a mask. All right, see how that does that? Just kind of play with it and see till it's like how you like it. Now, we don't want this to move. So what you do is you take one more, whoopsie, I just dropped my whole tear and tape. You're gonna take this and put that right along there. And we're not ever gonna take off the backing of this. This is just gonna hold it in place. So right like that, and then it won't move anywhere. So just tear and tape, but keep that adhesive on the back. All right, the next step is we are gonna take 2 little pieces of ribbon. You can use whatever you have. Right now we have the white crinkle ribbon, which is really nice and easy to work with. It's a little bit wider than this though. It's about 1/4 inch, and I just chose scraps that I have. I have bins of scraps, and I'm just gonna use up, this is Whisper White, and you do probably about 2 3/4 inches for the length. Just make sure they're the same length. Now we're gonna take off both of the ends of the tear and tape on the mask, but not the middle one, just the 2 sides. All right, now it's sticky so that we can add our ribbon like this. And that's gonna make the part that goes behind the ears. Do you guys wear masks? Our Costco, maybe all the Costcos make you do this, but you can't get in without a mask. We do have masks. We don't wear them all the time, but now that Costco made the rule, and Dan's our Costco runner, that's my husband. So I said, leave that mask in your truck because you never know when I need you to do a Costco run. He works right by a Costco. Okay, now we're gonna take 4 dimensionals and put them right on the corners of the ribbon that you just did. And that's gonna help secure that ribbon down besides the tear and tape there. All right. So really, you can see this mask isn't as hard as it looks. We're almost done with this. Now you can peel the backing off the tiny dimensionals. The mini ones work better for this. If you only have large ones, just trim them down. Now let's put this on the front of the card. What I did was just stuck it at an angle like this. Just push it down. Isn't that cute? Now, I'll show you the sentiment that I chose from that Share Sunshine that you can order. It's $12, I believe. And again, Stampin' Up! Is not making money from this. Everything is going towards, there's a couple donation centers that it goes to help the COVID-19 fund. Okay, so I chose I Miss Your Face. Doesn't that go perfect with this this little mask that we made? Now, when you download this, your I Miss Your Face is going to be a lot bigger than this, and I'm going to tell you how I shrunk it down. You all know how to screenshot your computer. I don't know, maybe you can do it on your phone, but I did it on my computer. I just screenshot it and then dragged it into a Word document, and then I multiplied it. So I can print a whole bunch of these on one sheet on crumb cake. And then if you can see, I used the stitch rectangles. You could just cut it if you want, but I love that added stitching on the back. And then just make sure that whatever die you choose, you can go bigger if you want. Just make sure that you do a test print to make sure that's the size that will fit in there. And then I just ran it through my die cut machine. So let's grab our mini dimensionals again and just put one on each end here. And then we are almost done. Just stick this in the lower corner like this. And whoops, let me move it over a little bit more. It's so hard to see at this angle where the center really is. There we go. That's our card for the day. Isn't that fun? And really, it is not that hard to do. If you're making a bunch of them, do them assembly line. I always say do that for anything you do quantity of because it goes so much faster. All right, so remember that this is the host code if you'd like to order. I would really appreciate it. And remember my On to Adventure class, which if you haven't seen it, just scroll down on my Facebook page and you can see what projects are included. That due date is May 10th, so that's coming up on Sunday. So make sure you get that in if you'd like to get in on that class in PDF. Also, I have a new online class starting in the middle of the month, so you can watch for that around mid-May. And then also, I wanted to explain to you, let me turn this around so you can see me when I'm explaining it, because some people have asked me about the differences between some of my classes, so I'm going to try to explain that. Let's see, let's put it back on me here. All right. Oops, sorry. See my hand view. Okay, so I do two types of online classes. I do my class to go kits, which usually includes product and the PDF, and there's different options that you can do. So that I'm trying to do twice a month, so you can watch for those on the 1st of the month and around the 15th of the month. And those are called class to goes, and those are separate from the other thing I'm going to tell you about. Then you've seen me advertise for Creative You every month, and I always say that the deadline is about the 10th of the month. What that one is totally separate from Class to Go. That just means that if you put in any order that's $35 or more, you will get that month's kit. And the kit is what I do for my stamp club, but I also share it with my online customers, and then you can get in on it as well. But you have to put the order in by the 10th of the month, and then it has to be over $35, and you have to use the host code. So there's 3 criteria for that, and that goes on every month. So when you see Creative You deadlines or Creative You, that's what that is. You can order whatever you want for $35 or more. So that's how you can get in on the projects, and they come in kit form, which means that I do all the cutting. Remember, I can't stamp for you though per Stampin' Up's policy, but I can do all the stamping not stamping, but the cutting, the die cutting, and like if there's a embossing folder that's used or punches, I can do all of that, and all the little trinkets and doodads that go with it, the embellishments, I can include all that. It's just stamping that I can't do. So I would love it if you partook in that. That deadline is also on Sunday. So now one other little note is that if you get a class to go, that order does not count towards Creative You. Creative You is a separate thing, so you can't double dip on that. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And if you didn't catch the live, then just go back and watch the replay. And please let me know if I can help you in any way. And I hope you enjoyed the project today. You take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.